Hello everybody and welcome to the new show on this channel, the PPV Preview. See what I did there? Yes, it's freaking obvious. Welcome to the PPV Preview. I'm your host, the Lunatic Ginge, as always, and as you can tell, I am excited for this new show to kick off. We are previewing WWE Summerslam, which is coming this Sunday, and it's going to be 4 hours, 10 matches. We've got to review it all, preview it all. I'm going to keep messing that up, I know I am. So yeah, I'm excited. New show, double upload this week. Obviously, if you haven't checked out the last episode of the pay-per-view review, TLC 2012, go do so straight away, because there's a lot of announcements at the end of that video of the future of this channel. One of which is this show in particular. So yeah, I'm excited for this. We'll see how it goes. I thought about maybe bringing guests on. I told you that in the TLC video. But what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to see how I go by myself. And if we need guests in the future months, because obviously this will be happening once every month, because that's when a pay-per-view happens. We'll see how we go. So yeah. 10 matches, 4 hours, SummerSlam, coming to you from Brooklyn, New York, instead of the Staples Center, for the first time in 5 years or so, I think. So yeah, a bit different. Obviously, the night before we got NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and the night after they've got Raw in the same place. So they've sold out. What's the arena called? Oh, never mind. Oh, I should know that, but never mind. Yeah, they've sold out the same arena 3 nights in a row. Very impressive for them, especially the NXT one. It's the first time they've gone like that big. So yeah, congratulations to all of those peoples. So yeah, SummerSlam, Brooklyn. Let's go. We're going to go through each match. I'll give you a rundown of what I think of the feud so far. Who I think will win the match, how I think the match will go, and what that may lead to in the future. Obviously, we don't know the running order, but we know that there's 10 matches. Don't know if there'll be a pre-show match or if one of these matches will be put on the pre-show. We're not sure. But I'm going to start off with the one that was most recently announced, which is Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev, the battle of the blondes, sort of. Except, I mean, with Summer Rae and Lana obviously being involved in this one as well. Yeah, this has been a bit of a strange one, hasn't it? Because, as you all know, I am in love with Dolph Ziggler. And, you know, ever since... Let's go all the way back. I'll take you back to last year, Survivor Series 2014. Dolph Ziggler, sole survivor. Everybody thought... this is the main event push for Dolph Ziggler we've been waiting for. But no, it wasn't. He didn't get put in much else, apart from he got in Intercontinental Championship matches at WrestleMania and stuff. And then he had to go into this story. So basically, we've got Rusev with his new girlfriend, Summer Rae, and Dolph Ziggler with Rusev's old girlfriend, Lana. And basically what it is just a jealous ex-boyfriend in Rusev trying to get back at Lana. Made Summer Rae dress up as Lana. And to be fair to them, they've tried their hardest, but you know, it was a story that's never going to work properly. But to be fair, they're doing an okay job at it, especially Rusev and Summer Rae. And I say that because on this week's WWE.com interview, where Michael Cole interviews someone, which are pretty good over the past few weeks. I know Cesaro did one, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose have done one. They've all been good. This one was quite good as well. It was like Summer Rae and Rusev, and they played the parts perfectly. Summer Rae being like some sort of mob wife, not being allowed to say anything unless Rusev tells her to talk, and completely like bullshitting that Rusev didn't put her in harm's way in on Monday when he like grabbed her and put her in front of him instead of him taking the super kick from Dolph. But yeah, and Rusev being this just heartless bastard, he plays that quite well. And obviously, Ziggler, he knows how to work the ladies. Lana, not the best actress or wrestler at the moment, but you know, she's there for whatever she's there for. So hopefully they can perform a good match. And to be fair, they're two very good workers. Let's face facts. Dolph Ziggler and Rusev could probably pull off a good match. Because they have got very differing styles, obviously. With Ziggler, the fast pace, and Rusev not very fast at all. So yeah, I do expect, unfortunately, Rusev to win, although both guys do need a win because obviously Ziggler's been out for how long it was? Over a month, I guess. Yeah. But I think Rusev needs a big win in this. So yeah, I think Rusev will go over. Probably in some shoddy way with Summer Rae and Lana. They'll be getting involved on the outside, most likely. I don't see Ziggler tapping out. Maybe he will, but I doubt it. So either they cheat to win, which could probably happen, or he knocks Ziggler out with something or something. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's how I see that one going. It should be a good match, and in the future, I don't know if they'll continue this feud into Night of Champions or not. Because they've only just come back, and this is actually the first match they've had between them, even though this feud's been going on for a good while. It's quite difficult to say, but I'd probably say they'll probably have one more match, maybe with a stipulation. Maybe not on the pay-per-view, maybe on a Raw or something. So yeah, let's move on, and let's move on to the Divas Triple Threat Elimination match. Team Bella, which is Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, and Alicia Fox Bella, versus Team BAD, Sasha Banks, yay, Naomi, Tamina, boo, versus Team PCB, the greatest name in all names history. Paige, Charlotte, and Becky. So yeah, Divas Revolution started off strong. It's now starting to go downhill. I don't think even the WWE creative still don't realise that just putting them in matches, putting them in more matches, giving them more time, isn't the be all and end all of it. Of course, it was part of it. That's what we wanted to happen. Yeah, of course it is, and we're glad it is happening. But why are they wrestling? Why are they wrestling each other? We don't have a story here. All we have is that we've just got 3 teams here. That's all that's happened. Oh, they're going to face off against each other. Who's heel? Who's face? Well, obviously, PCB are face. That's obvious. Team Bad, what are they? Because sometimes they get a face reaction, sometimes they get a heel reaction. Guessing they're tween. You can say they're tweener, but I don't really like using that. Bella, Team Bella, the most on-off heel team I've ever seen. They come out blowing kisses to the audience, waving at them, high-fiving the audience, throwing their stuff into the crowd, and then go on and be heels while Nikki Bella does push-ups in the ring. It's seriously stupid. Someone should tell the Bellas to either be full-on heels or just don't. Or just be full-on faces. I mean, come on, you can't just be going on and off like this. It's so stupid. There needs to be a story. Sasha Banks needs to fucking get away from Tamina and Naomi as soon as possible. So, let's have a think of what will happen here. It's an elimination match, and I think they've said that if one of your members of the team gets pinned or submitted, then the whole team is eliminated, which means obviously it won't be as long as the other way of eliminations. So, I think it should still be quite a long match. They might give it 15 minutes if we're lucky. I think it'll either be between Team Bad or Team PCB, whether who gets the win. Either Team PCB, and then this is I'd book it if Team PCB wins. One of the three members win. It doesn't really matter who, but then they start going. Whoever wins, I need a title shot. It's Night of Champions. Nikki Bella has to defend, even though she never defends ever. It's so stupid. They've just pushed her just so she can beat AJ's reign, just because AJ isn't with the company anymore. It's so mean by WWE. Just go, as soon as someone leaves the company, oh no, we must forget all about them, and their reigns must be completely overshadowed by someone else's. Because let's face it, Nikki Bella, when was the last time she got a clean win for her title? Because she just kept screwing around with Paige like for 3 or 4 title matches in a row. She's just been an awful champion in terms of defences. Yes, she's improved. Yes, she's had good matches, but she's never had a decisive win against Paige. Let's face it. And now we've been distracted with all of these team things. So this is how I'd book it. So yeah, PCB wins. One of the person who got the pinfall probably beat Nikki Bella, pinned Nikki Bella, and goes, right, I deserve the title shot. The rest of PCB are going, nah, I don't think you do. I think I deserve it. Bit of infighting. Triple threat match, number 1 contender match between Paige, Charlotte, and Becky. It doesn't matter who wins. Probably Charlotte. Charlotte wins. Goes on the Night of Champions. Wins the title. That's how I'd do it. Or Team Bad. Sasha Banks wins. Goes. Probably team. She can pin either team. It doesn't really matter. But then the next night on Raw, she says, I'm better than anybody else. The other members of Team Bad going, what? We're a team. You can't say you're better than anyone else. She goes, no, I'm the boss. I don't need no team. Takes out Team Bad. Goes for the Divas title at Night of Champions. Wins the Divas title. So either of those I would be ecstatic with, because there is a bit of story there. Either the infighting of Team PCB or Sasha Banks thinking she's better than everyone else, because she does think that in NXT. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking brilliant. Her character in NXT. They should just bring that out more. Bella's, there's not really much to do with them, is there? Apart from, I'm sure if we go down the Sasha route, Nikki will say she's the best. Like, no one's beaten her in however many days. She can keep going on about how many days, how she's going to break the record, la 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 la. But obviously there's doubt there because she's hardly defended the damn title. So yeah, that is the old Divas match. Should be good. Hopefully they can get off to a good start there. That's like the first real 3-team thing, and that could I wouldn't be upset if that was the end of the team things, is what I've just said. Obviously with the Sasha thing, only one team's broken up there, and PCB will be like, I'm not sure what to do with them if Sasha goes for the title if she's number 1 contender. Because let's face it, they're all deserved of the title, aren't they? PCB. So yeah, I'd probably have them. Because to be fair, I would pay good money on a pay-per-view to see Paige versus Charlotte versus Becky, even with no titles involved. You could have two Divas matches on a pay-per-view. Of course you can. So let's move on to our next matchup here, which I've got written down. It's obviously in no particular order. And this is a match which I think could steal the show. Kevin Owens versus the Cesaro section. And yeah, this could be a show stealer, I think. There's nothing in this match which says bad. Apart from these two should be fighting for a title. If you could see, you can see this being in like an Intercontinental title, or in the future, World Heavyweight title. Couldn't you? Because these two should both win the WWE World Heavyweight title at some point. I don't think both of them will. Maybe one of them will, but I don't know. So yeah, Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. kind of a feud that came out of the people who want to beat John Cena. The people, it's the losers to John Cena's US Open challenges, pretty much. Turned into, we don't like each other now. Which I'm okay with, because how good Kevin Owens is and how good Cesaro is. But I want to know what happens to these guys after this match, because I'm guessing this is only going to be a one-match feud. Well, I'm hoping it is, because I want them to move on to better things. Owens or Cesaro to win. It's very difficult, because they both need a win. Let's face facts. Kevin Owens, coming off 2 losses with John Cena on pay-per-views, has kind of fallen back down to the mid-card a bit, even though we all think he's brilliant. There's all this weight stuff going around about how they think Kevin Dunn's like picking on him because of his weight. Told Randy Orton to say jokes about his weight. So, zoomed in on a fat Owens fat sign. Not really fair. So yeah, Owens could do with the win, as could Cesaro. If Cesaro wins here, this could really be push him up to main event, I think. Because let's do a bit of a hypothetical situation here. Let's go to the main event. If Seth Rollins somehow has the title, I don't know how, after SummerSlam, who would you say his next contender is? Because he's faced John Cena there. He's faced Randy Orton recently. He's faced Dean Ambrose a hell of a number of times. So the only 2 I see are Cesaro or Roman Reigns. That's how I see it. And boy, the excitement if Cesaro was in the main event of Night of Champions for the World Heavyweight title against Seth Rollins. Ooh, I can see it now. And they'd have an absolutely fucking house burner of a match, wouldn't they? It'd be amazing. That's how I book it anyway. If I'd let Cesaro win, he would go on to the main event of Night of Champions. Kevin Owens, I would like to see him, if he loses or if he wins, go on to Night of Champions to beat Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship, because it's doing nothing at the moment, despite Ryback's best efforts. And I don't mind Ryback at the moment. He's not my favourite, but, he's doing okay. So yeah, I'd have him beat Ryback for the IC title at Night of Champions, just because it gives it more just stature, really, because this guy beat John Cena. He can always say that now. Despite how they booked it afterwards, he still beat John Cena the first time around. And now he's got a title. He can probably hold that for a long time, until maybe like around Royal Rumble. Then, get him into a big feud for Royal Rumble, for Mania, is what I'd do. Because Kevin Owens deserves good things to happen to him because of how hard he works and how good his matches are. Let's face facts. So that's how I book either of those. I don't know who's going to win. If I had to get off the fence, because I like both guys, I'd have to say Kevin Owens. So next we've got the celebrity match, or I should say superhero match, really. The Red Arrow, Adrian Neville, and the Green Arrow, Stephen Amell, take on Stardust and King Barrett in what seems to be some weird tag team. Do you see that backstage segment there Stardust and King Barrett did on Raw? It's really weird. They've some kind of turned into like best buds now for some reason. I don't understand how that happened, but it has. Like, what are they called? Like the Cosmic Kings or something? I don't know. Anyway, it's something for Barrett to do, something for Stardust to do. We need more tag teams. Maybe after this they can go into the tag team division. I wouldn't mind them winning the tag belts. They'd probably be okay. Or at least another opponent for the Primetime Players. Anyway. So yeah, Neville and Stephen Amell versus Stardust and King Barrett. Yeah. I'm positive about Stephen Amell's actions in the ring, because we know he's been training hard. I know he hurt his jaw because he was lifting weights and the bar fell on him. So it shows how hard he's pushing. There was a picture of him on the top rope. Excited to see what that leads to. Is Neville going to teach him the red arrow, for God's sake? Oh my God, he'll probably break his neck. Yeah, the feud has been brewing for months, obviously. Stardust has played it well, even though I don't like the Stardust character that much. Although he does, Cody just puts 110% into the character, and you can't take that away from him. So brilliant stuff from Cody Rhodes. And Stephen Amell has done well in the feud as well. His stuff against Stardust, the stuff with Triple H a couple of weeks ago, all good, but they just had to throw Neville and King Barrett into it to make it okay. Singles match I don't think would have gone as well, because obviously we'll have Neville doing most of the work on their side, probably get worked over. Stephen Amell gets the hot tag, probably hits whatever finisher he's going to use. On Stardust, probably he gets the win over Stardust, I should think, and that'll be the end of that. I don't imagine it going too long, but just long enough. I think probably about 10 minutes or so, because we've got fucking 4 hours to do. So yeah, not really much to say on that, because afterwards I don't think anything's going to come from it. Maybe Stardust and Barrett stay as a team. Neville, it's a shame, isn't it? Neville is so promising. He always gets these open challenges stuff. He comes out and has great matches with Seth Rollins, great matches with John Cena he's had, great matches with Kevin Owens he's had. So yeah, I don't really see where he goes next. Maybe a feud with Kevin Owens once he wins the IC title, but that's a bit later on in the year. In the meantime, I don't know. Don't know, really. You could maybe face The Miz a couple of times. But apart from that, yeah. I don't think it will be the best match, but I don't think it will be the worst match. However, this match may be the worst match, as we have the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line in a fatal 4-way tag match. Primetime Players, the champions, versus The New Day, versus Los Matadores versus the Lucha Dragons. What a cobbled together match once again. Again, like the Divas, the tag team matches don't have any story to them. They seem to just only do single stuff and then go. Divas, they don't need any story. Tags, they don't need any story. The truth is, we do need story to back up the fact that, or to compensate, because we don't have any decent tag teams. Primetime Players, they're okay, but they're very predictable and do the same sort of things. New Day, the best tag team in the division, full stop at the moment, because you can't count Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose in there, or Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, because Eric Rowan's injured. They're not in the division per se yet, and the New Day are just so fucking good at heels. Unbelievable. I remember about a year ago, if you'd have said Xavier Woods is one of the most entertaining people to watch on Raw, everybody would have just laughed in your face. Or Biggie and Kofi Kingston are the best heels in the tag division, or some of the best heels on the fucking show. Let's face it, they always cheat. They're always getting booed. They're just the best. They took the titles off them too soon. I think the Primetime Players could have won it. They should have won it. Maybe last pay-per-view, I think. They should have won a Battleground instead of whenever it was. Money in the Bank, did they win? I think they did. They should have won it at the pay-per-view after. But now, I guess you can say it's okay for the New Day to win their title back. Maybe a bit too soon. But obviously we're just having New Day and Primetime Players matches over and over again. We need a new tag team. And hopefully that could come with maybe there's some rumblings of Enzo and Cass coming up, but obviously they haven't even won the NXT titles yet, tag titles yet. They've been trying to win those for fucking ages, and they never get booked to it. It's a real shame. So I want to see them win the tag titles first in NXT and get a massive reaction, and then go up to the main roster, win the tag titles there as well. Because trust me, New Day versus Enzo and Cass. Ooh, the promos. Ooh, the promos. So yeah, I say, unfortunately, I'd like the New Day to win, but I don't think they will. I think the Primetime Players will win. Los Matadores and Lucha Dragons are just not really there, are they? They're just there to take either the pin or to do some flippy stuff for the Lucha Dragons. Again, we feel sad for the Lucha Dragons because they've never really been given a chance, have they? I mean, remember when they debuted, everybody was like, "Oh my god, they're amazing!" And then since then, main event, SmackDown, main event, Superstars, SmackDown. Poor Kalisto. I think Kalisto has the potential to be the next Rey Mysterio, to be fair. So maybe you break them up soon. Maybe to be fair, they should have won the tag. They should have gone into a tag title feud straight away, Lucha Dragons. But not. They let them stew and put them into these big matches where not many eyes have gone on them because they only just show up and go, "Oh no, yeah, we want to be in the tag title feud as well." Oh, okay, there we go. There you go. So yeah, Primetime Players I think will win. After that, hopefully, a new team goes in and challenges because I'm tired of seeing Primetime Players and New Day, even though New Day are entertaining as fuck. Next match we got is another tag team not tag team title match, another tag team match. There are so many tag matches on this card, it's unbelievable. Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper versus Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. So yeah, I am looking forward to this match. Yeah, I am. I think they'll pull off a great match because obviously it's like a little Shield reunion, mini Shield reunion, mini Wyatt reunion. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they'll pull off. I mean, Roman's getting a lot better recently. I don't hate him anymore. Dean, obviously we love, but he's just floundering about in this feud. Although he was brilliant on Monday when he was on commentary. He was absolutely fucking hilarious. Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, again, nothing's really happening with them. They're all stagnating. So they've just chucked them all together. So I don't see Bray and Luke winning this match. Obviously Bray won last pay-per-view against Roman because Luke Harper came back and interfered. So I guess Roman and Dean win and then sets up a match at some proper match maybe, or some sort of stipulation. I would like to see like a steel cage match between these two teams or a street fight or something. I think that would be pretty cool. So yeah, after that, I think they'll stay together. They'll feud together a bit more. Obviously, there were rumblings that Sting was going to show up in these matches, wasn't he? Or something, but that kind of got put to bed. So maybe he'll show up again. Maybe they'll do Bray Wyatt versus Sting again. That would be pretty good. It'd be a bit like Bray Wyatt and Taker. And obviously, the thing is, who would win out Bray Wyatt and Sting? Who needs to win? Both of them. Bray Wyatt needs to win. Sting, 1 match, 1 loss so far. He needs a win if he's gonna face someone at WrestleMania. Because why would you put him on a WrestleMania card if he's been in 1 match and lost it? If you look in kayfabe sense. Yes, he's Sting, but you think, oh, he's old, he's past it. Anyway, enough of Sting. I think Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose win clean. Spear to Bray Wyatt, most likely. Someone will get put through a table in that match, I'm pretty sure. And then we move on to the Intercontinental Championship triple threat match, which should have happened at Battleground, but it didn't because of Ryback's style infection. So it is Ryback, the champ, versus Da Big Show versus Da Miz. Yeah. only one winner in this, isn't there? Ryback's going to retain. He's done, because unfortunately due to his injury, he hasn't really retained. He hasn't really had many matches at all, has he? So Big Show and Miz were just there for Ryback to beat, weren't they, last month? But now it's kind of dragged on, so they've been put back into the spotlight a bit more. Big Show's kind of turned a bit face, hasn't he? On his when he was on commentary last week, he was kind of talking about his movie, like thanking everyone, being nice. Really weird. Like, you don't want Big Show to be face again. You don't want to turn him. Obviously, Miz. I still like the Miz as a heel. Still like entertaining. Still does a good job on his promos and stuff. Obviously, not that good in the ring still. But hey ho, he's always there to be beat. And always a credible threat, seeing as he's meant to have main evented a fucking WrestleMania. And we've only got 3 matches left now. And 2 of them are obviously the main events, I would say. But this one is the most fucking boring match. Oh my god, maybe. Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Again, and again. Who really wants to see this? No one. There's not even a fucking stipulation to it as well. They had a one-on-one match at Battleground. Orton won clean. So, the next pay-per-view, one-on-one match again. Why? Strange. Anyway, yeah, this feud needs to end here, I'm afraid. It needs to end now. Orton can do so much to help younger people get over, like, say, an Owens or a Cesaro. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Owens versus Orton. That would be good. I think that could happen, maybe, instead of Owens going for IC title. Sheamus obviously could have big plans at the end of the night, but he's not going anywhere, is he? He's just a heel. I mean, obviously he's a lot better as a heel than he's as a face, but still, he's not that great. I'm still not that into Sheamus. Sheamus wins by shenanigans, I say. Maybe. Next. Yeah, that's what I really want to spend on that match. Next, title. Seth Rollins, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, versus John Cena, the United States Champion. Yeah. We've seen these two face off quite a lot. They've had good matches, to be fair. I think this one will be another good match. They'll pull out a lot of stops. I think Seth Rollins will try and go for the knee to the nose again, I think. Cena he fucking did, I think, one of my favourite promos of his on Monday. It was so awesome, so matter of fact, so full of attitude, sorry to use that word, but attitude full towards Triple H, towards Seth Rollins. Outstanding promo. He didn't need to fight, he just said, like, you need to watch it if you haven't already. Sometimes Cena's promos are a bit off. He tries to be funny. He wasn't funny at all, really, was he, in that one? He was just so aggressive without even fighting. And that was a fucking contract signing without any fighting. And it was one of the better contract signings they've done. Rollins, again, people hate on him. I don't understand why. I absolutely love him as this chicken shit heel. Still, he still thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. And the thing is, we all know that because we've seen him in the Shield as a face and as a heel. He is one of the most talented wrestlers on this roster. There's no doubt about that. But he's trying to win every match without having to use his talents as a wrestler. That's his thing. He doesn't have J&J anymore. Kane's dead, so it seems. So he has to somehow, like, either be fucking lucky like he was at Battleground when The Undertaker showed up, in kayfabe sense, or he'll cheat, which is probably what he'll do here. So I see two options for how this ends up. Either Rollins cheats and wins again, and I know more and more people will get angry because it's the same result over and over again. Rollins cheats, retains, or people might be even less happy over this. Cena wins, becomes 16-time world champion after a hell of a match. Sheamus comes out, cashes in, wins, new world heavyweight champion. Sheamus, because we needed it over and done with, really, because we don't want Sheamus anywhere near the main event of WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or whatever. We need to get over and done with. Have him hold it for 2 months or so. Let Reigns win it. Let Ambrose win Royal Rumble. We get Shield triple threat match, WrestleMania 32, because obviously the Authority will put Seth into the main event of fucking anything they want. That's how I book it. Obviously, that's just bits and pieces. Obviously, it'll go a lot. There's a lot more detail to be added into those storylines, but that's how I do it. Or if Seth Rollins retains, I said Cesaro. Yep, Cesaro can go in, or Roman can go in and against Night Champions. And that brings us to our main event of the evening. So, as advertised, obviously, I don't think because the title in Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker, which is our main event, are probably close to being on par, but they're advertising Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker a lot more. So that will be the main event, I should think. But you've got to think how long that will go. I'm guessing Seth Rollins versus John Cena could go close to half an hour or over. Because we know Seth Rollins can go a long time. Hey, and so can Cena. But we know Lesnar and Undertaker can't. Well, Lesnar probably can, but Taker definitely can't go for half an hour. So I reckon 20 minutes max for Undertaker Lesnar. And yeah, I'm excited for the first time. Yeah, Undertaker Brock Lesnar. I am actually excited for the feud. Has been but still, I am excited. Taker. There's still mystery surrounding who's going to win. 2, who's the fucking heel in this situation, because Lesnar keeps getting kicked in the balls by Undertaker. And because Heyman's bringing out fucking godly promos, we just gravitate towards Lesnar as being the face now. It's weird, even after all these years of Taker being like the fucking number one face, Taker kicking people in the balls, it just doesn't look right, does it? It's weird. Obviously, this could go... and obviously we don't know who's going to win. And I'm not sure either. Obviously, there are 2 ways we can go. Obviously, Lesnar wins or Undertaker wins. I think there will be a matter-of-fact result. There won't be any shenanigans. I doubt highly that they're going to do 2 pay-per-views in a row where we don't get a clean result. Because obviously last month, Undertaker showed up. The obvious answer is to have Undertaker win over Brock Lesnar, and then Brock Lesnar have a rematch probably at WrestleMania 32. I think both ways that they can go probably ends up with Lesnar Taker at some point, probably at 32 for the third and final time. But the way I want to see it is the way that Jim Ross on his podcast described it, as how Lesnar should win again. Taker's like completely lost for words. He's just completely got shocked. Like, he's never beaten Lesnar on pay-per-view in 4 times, I think it is. And this will be the 5th time or something. And it'd be like, how do I beat this guy? Can I beat this guy? And it'd be like the first time Undertaker's ever had fucking doubt in his life. If he can beat, he's like, this guy is a beast. This guy conquered my streak. I haven't been able to beat him. He kept Taker out for a year. Then he came back Mania to beat Bray Wyatt, and then loses again. Taker disappears until after Royal Rumble. Comes after Lesnar again. Lesnar, why the hell should he face Taker again, eh? He's beaten him twice. Taker goes full on. Keeps attacking Heyman, keeps attacking Lesnar. Put in the full mind game works. Do everything you do on the production standpoint just to freak out Lesnar until he finally gives in. Says, fine. Final time. Retirement match. If you lose, you retire. And Taker's fine. Bring it on. Taker wins. Then retires. Even though it was his losing. That's how I'd book it. Because he's like, I've done what I needed to do. He's done what he's needed to do. He had all of that left. All that he had left on his agenda. Beat Brock Lesnar. And that's what he did. But I don't think they'll do that now. Because they've keep going on about SummerSlam. This match is too big for WrestleMania, so you can't have it again on WrestleMania. Say, it's too big for WrestleMania. Oh no, it's here now. So yeah. But I think if I had to do a prediction, that's how I'd book it, is Brock Lesnar winning. But I'm pretty sure that they'll do Taker beats Lesnar. Because they've got, I don't know how many dates they've got left for Lesnar. Nobody really seems to bring this up because he's been on quite a few shows. I don't think they've got that many dates left for Lesnar in this year. So that's why I think he needs to lose and probably disappear until coming up to the Rumble. I would say so. Oh boy, would I love Lesnar in the Rumble. Anyway, so that is SummerSlam previewed for you. Yeah, I think it could be. I mean, they're putting a lot of effort into it. 4 hours. Maybe some people showing up. I'd love to see some surprises. I'm trying to keep off spoilers for SummerSlam for the first time in ages for a pay-per-view. I don't want to be spoiled. Because I just want to see if someone shows up out of the blue. Or if there's a big title change. Or whatever. So yeah, if you enjoyed this SummerSlam preview, make sure to give it a like on the old video here, or positive rep it on brendanplays.com/forums, where this will also be posted. And if you've got any views on my predictions for SummerSlam, or the pay-per-view preview, this show, or the pay-per-view review show, or anything, leave it in the comments below on the video, or comment on Brendan Plays forums. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to me at the Lunatic Ginge. Follow me on Twitter at the Lunatic Ginge, and also get those questions in for the Q&A podcast. Until Sunday, it is still open. Give me some questions that I can answer for you. I'll put the link down below. Obviously, also you can vote for a new year for the pay-per-view review. That's still open for a couple of weeks. And one more week left for suggestions for the best non-WWE pay-per-view. I've only got one so far. I need a lot more. If not, it'll just be that one pay-per-view. So yeah, that's all the things you can do. I've been the Lunatic Ginge. I hope you've enjoyed this preview of SummerSlam. I have. We've gone quite a long time. And yeah, it's because it's going to be 4 hours of hopefully fun times. I'll be live tweeting it, so make sure you follow me at the Lunatic Ginge on Twitter. And I will see you next time.